I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. My forearms are massive 'cause no one will touch me. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Well, hello, boys and girls. I'm going to grab a coffee and give you something to think about. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy trader. And I've got my coffee in hand, and I'm doing a talking head video, so it must be coffee time with Scruff. And what's that all about? Well, it's kind of me gathering my thoughts. I normally do this on a Saturday, but got a few celebrations this weekend, so I'm just doing it this morning while I'm in the office. And also because a few things have come onto my mind this week, and it's mainly strategy.
Okay, well, the mind's an amazing organ.
I've got an amazing organ.
It's capable of far more than you'd imagine.
Right again.
And I know straight away you'll be pricking your ears up going, the big fella's going to tell me how he does it. You're wrong, I'm not. I'm going to talk about strategy in broad strokes. However, if you do want to see how I do it, go down in the description. You'll find my contact details. You'll also find some decent links, 5% off the prop firm that I use, the 5%ers, and also some of the brokers that I use. So when you see my clean charts, you'll be able to find IG and also my MT charts, which are Black Bull. And Black Bull at this moment in time has 500 to 1 leverage, so it's something worth checking out. And all the links will give you access to free education as well. And if you really want to see it, check the Scruffy squad out. These lot. Sorry, bit of self-promotion there, which is a bit odd because I don't really sell anything. But at the same time, I'd like to see the group grow. So what am I banging on about? Why am I talking about strategy? Well, it's come because I've had some strange messages this week, and I come across all sorts of different people. Some are very good, and let's just say some are not so good. This is a box, a magical box. And the ones that are not so good are just genuinely freeloaders, or what I call a Popeye. And a Popeye is somebody with a massive forearm because there's nobody ever going to touch them because they're just complete tosspots. And I have zero time for them because they think the world owes them a favour. But sadly it doesn't. And one of the things with this industry is it attracts kind of the quick money people. People that are kind of expect everything just to fall into their lap. Now, trading is a very difficult career. Not so much in the technicals and what you're looking at, because ultimately all you're doing is sitting down and pressing a button. That is all you're doing, you know. But you have to be able to read within a chart. Now, this morning we were having a bit of a discussion in the Discord, and I was getting out on my soapbox because as I was saying, a few of the Popeyes were having a pop. And I was trying to explain how it works in the sense that X does not mark the spot. Here, this is a snapshot of the Discord. And what I did was I broke down a chart that I spoke about on Sunday and then showed them within it where the key points are for the coming week and how the strategy is only a trigger, and the trigger is a very small part of the process. The process is actually homework. How do I put this in? Okay, out of context. If you are a plumber all right? And you're coming to a house and you see a leak, all right? And you see it coming through the corner of the ceiling. Now, if you focus all of your attention just where that water is, are you actually seeing the problem? No, you're not. Because water tracks. So for all it could be here where you're seeing the leak, the actual leak is way over there. Because the water will have tracked along the ceiling joists, or it'll have followed the pipes till it found the least path of resistance and then has presented itself. Charts are very similar. What you are about to undertake today would have probably shown itself 3 or 4 days ago. And there's certain tools you can use to map it out. Your levels, if you can draw your levels properly, they will show you the turning points. Fibonacci will show you where these turning points are and reaffirm your levels. Then you can start looking at your oscillators to see what the strength of the market is and whether or not these levels you've just drawn in are going to hold. Then you move further down into your strategy as to why you want to get in. But the moral of the story is the strategy is just a trigger. If you don't know your homework and you don't know why you're going to pull the trigger in the first place, you're going to lose. And then when you hear people talk about risk reward and all of this, if you're swing trading, I understand it, because by definition your stops are wider. So your reward has to be that little bit better to offset it when you're wrong. But again, you've got to look at your homework to see if it's worth taking the trade. Now, when you're day trading, it's a different kettle of fish. The risk-reward ratio is not important. You just need to know where your pain thresholds are, map it out, and then you look at your profit to see what it's going to pay you. If you start trying to do 1 to 3 on a day trade, you're always going to lose. Always. Because it's death by 1,000 cuts. And why? Because the markets oscillate throughout the day. And if you're trying to do 10 pip stops and all of this, which I've seen, you're just going to get stopped out. And your gains will quickly be given back. And the other reason is, no true trades are the same. So if you do a 1 to 3 today and your stop was 20, great. But what if tomorrow your 1 to 3 means your stop has to be 60 and you lose? You're on the back foot again. So unless they are absolutely rigid, it never works. And as we know with the charts, they are not rigid. It is a living, breathing thing. So therefore, every trade is different and has to be taken on its own merit. And the only thing that I can leave you with to think about is look at your charts on a Sunday, roadmap where you think it can be, and then work towards it. Because why do you want to hold on to a trade? Because this happens all the time. Oh, I've got loads of money, oh, I'm losing money. Oh, I've got no money, shit. Panic mode. Oh, I'm back into money, I'll just pull the plug. And all you've done in that process is put yourself through a lot of stress, a lot of pain, and earned very little. Whereas if you'd gone money, or green, red, out. Let it reset. Enter back in, green, out. Let it reset. And then work your way up to the initial target you were originally going for. You'll find you have more money. Why? Because that is linear, whereas you can make double the amount doing that. Just kind of the way I look at things, and today was really just to give you something to think about. Because when you see all these courses and strategies sold, most of them are not worth it. And the reason is it's recycled. If you want a free course, there's plenty available. By all means, contact me and I'll point you in the right direction. You don't have to pay for a course. Strategy-wise, you can get in on the flick of a coin. You need to be looking at trade management as opposed to strategy. And there's a big difference between the two. The strategy is just a trigger to get in. Trade management is what makes the money while you are in the trade. Because you can get the direction wrong and still make money if you know how to manage the trade. Give it some thought. Value your questions. Please drop them in the comments below. I genuinely get back to every single one of them. And like I say, if you want to see it in real terms, do check the Scruffy Squad out. And if you want to find out what that is, there's a free Telegram link in the description as well. I set that group up so you guys can talk to yourselves without anybody selling to you. There's no signals, there's no course selling allowed in there. And if I see anybody in that is a course seller, I boot them out. Very simple. So it's a safe environment for you guys. So as always, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.